Hi folks, Fuzz here, welcome back to Final Fantasy IX and welcome to section D3-07 of Atomis's walkthrough. If you're following along with that, the link for it is in the description. So taking control of our party here, you can get random enemy encounters, so you might want to disable those with the safe travel option. And here we get the Desert Palace welcome screen, if you like. So first thing we're going to do is light this candle over here, if either you'd be so kind as to get into position, thank you. And that will highlight this blood orb over on the right hand side, and whoop-de-doo-dah, we get a 10th promise ring. Fantastic. So if you remember, we got 9 from the auction house in Trino by manipulating how our characters functioned. And if you just run to the right of this next screen and then to the left, you'll access the walkway in the centre. And then we're going to head up said walkway in order to light another candle. Just over here. And now we're going to go back, and a little bit of magic has happened, and a treasure chest will appear for us as well. Right, now before we do anything else after this point, we're going to just sort out our party. So we're going to head back to the save point, because the guide does tell us to save as well after doing this before continuing on. So we do have quite a lengthy section coming up. And this is how we're going to go ahead and equip everyone. First of all, we're going to put Freya into the front row. Ah, no. Front row, thank you. And we're going to do thus. Viva's going to have the flame staff and no accessory, so just the flame staff, nothing else. And then Freya is going to have the holy lance, the mithril helm, diamond gloves, chainmail, and where are we? The power belt. There it is. And then Queen is going to keep the fork, have a bandana, the where are we? This one. Egoist's armlet, a silk robe, and a yellow scarf. Did we go past that? Oh, where's the yellow scarf? There it is. Right, Dagger is going to have the feather boots, a mithril vest, and a green beret, and finally the magic racket. Right, in terms of abilities then, everybody's going to have the Insomniac ability, because we're going to be using Night. So that's good. Freya is going to have MP attack, Bird Killer, Insomniac, and ability up. Queena, ability up, Millionaire, and Insomniac. And then finally, Garnet is also going to have ability up. I don't think she can have Insomniac, actually. Okay, that's fine. Right, so we are going to go and save now. And that'll bring us to the end of our first mini-session. Not a long one, but at least we've got our team prepared at this point. Okay, so now we have quite an interesting section with lots to do. We're going to start by just heading back over to where we've just been. And back up these stairs here, and this time we're going to head over to the left. And there's going to be quite a few lights and candles we have to sort out, but also some optional loot that we can get as well. So just do what I do, follow what I do, and you'll be absolutely fine. So in this first room here, we're going to light these 3 torches. And what these torches do is give access to certain parts of the room and make the statues disappear, depending on what's lit and when. So now we've opened both of these doors, we're going to head inside and make our way around to the other side of the room. And in here we're going to start by just lighting this torch here. And then we're going to go back around. You can see that the statues on the original side have now disappeared. And so we're going to light both of these torches, doesn't matter what order, as long as we light them both. Okay. And now we can light these next 2 torches over here. Right, and once we've done that, there's one more torch, which is just down the bottom. And this will give us access to the next bloodstone. This one contains an anklet. And we've also got the door on the right unlocked, so we're going to head through there once grabbing that treasure. And there's a candle just over here. And this gives us access to yet another bloodstone with, you've guessed it, another piece of loot. This time a piece of shield armour. Okay, we're going to continue on around this area. And there's some stairs here, so we're going to go up those. And there's another candle thing for us to light. And that will give us a nice stained glass window. And if we head through here, then we come into the library area, which is going to contain a number of other puzzles. The first thing we're going to do is head across to the other side of the room and light this candle. And that's going to make a staircase appear on the other side. So up here, and on the end, there's yet another candle. And look at that, we get a secret doorway. And a bloodstone. This time we get an Enkai armlet. And now we're going to head back down these stairs. And one sec. Okay, we're now going to head up these stairs here, the smaller set of stairs, and reveal yet another secret doorway. Right, if we run up these stairs now, there's going to be 2 more candles for us to light. One is halfway up and one is at the top. This is all part of the library puzzle. So we're going to head back down there now. And now we're going to go down here and light this candle here. And we get another doorway. And another candle. And yeah, you might have just heard a Moogle. Now we can actually go through into this area, but we're going to leave the Moogle for now. We'll come back to him shortly. Instead, we're going to head into this area and light both of these candles. And this will give us access to another bloodstone here. A nice black hood, wonderful. And we can go through to the other side of this room. And we're going to start on the other side by lighting the 3 candles. This will give us access to yet another item. There you go, another bloodstone. You might have noticed that the view was changing as we was adjusting those candles there. So once we've got Venetian shield, we're going to go ahead and turn off the middle candle. And then go back to the other side of the room. And now we're going to go ahead and turn off the left candle here. And that'll make the staircase appear, and we do have a boss battle coming up. So we're going to take this opportunity to use that Moogle now and save. But do Mognet first. We need to give Mogsam a letter here. I think that's all we need to do. Just check. Yep. So now we'll save. And that'll bring us to the end of our second mini session. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and engage in this boss fight. So up these blue stairs we've just made appear. And right up to the top. where there's this final candle. Well, actually, it's not the final one, but it's the important one for now. And this is Valia Pira, and we can cast Night here to make things simpler, although you don't have to. So let's just speed things up a touch. And the first thing we're going to use is Dagger's Berserk ability. And we've activated all the bloodstones, which, as you can see, wasn't just for loot. Okay, let's get started. And what we want to do is cast Berserk on Freya, and hopefully Freya's going to be able to finish the battle off for us. We're also going to use... Oh, not. We're going to use Queen here. And, oh, we're getting an attack off Blizzard. This could be nasty. So we do need to get Dagger resurrected. But before we do that, we're going to cast Night on everybody. And we'll use Viva here to cast Phoenix down on Dagger. With Night, this goes a lot easier, this battle. Because you actually do extra damage, as well as the sleep effect. But we do need Dagger alive so that she gets the AP. It doesn't matter so much if Vivi dies, as long as everybody else survives. But even so, having everyone survive is obviously a bonus as well. And there we have it. Look at that damage. Maximum damage there with Freya. Even if Freya isn't level 18 for you because you've gone a different stat route. Remember, she absorbed the XP in one of the earlier battles for us. Then you can still use exactly the same tactic to finish this battle. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so we're going to light this again since we got interrupted last time. And then make our way back to the Moogle since we've got through the battle successfully. But before we save, there's just one thing we do need to do here. And that is we're going to unequip all of Garnet and Queena's gear. And then we're going to go ahead and make that save. And that'll bring us to the end of mini session number 3, I believe it is, isn't it? Yeah. So we're getting through this section nicely. Okay, so now at this point we've reached the final section, mini session of D3-07. And we're going to start just by running up the blue staircase once more to where we just fought the last boss. And the teleporter is active for us to use. And this is going to change views now so that we're back with Zidane and his comrades. And first thing we're just going to do here before we go any further, although it's not really necessary for us because we're using the no battle option, but we are just going to give Zidane the normal dagger. And then make our way around. Now this area, I've noticed in practice for this particular part of the video, is really annoying because the analog controls just suck so much. So you keep getting stuck on all sorts. But hopefully I've got that down okay now. Yeah, that was better. So we'll use the teleporter here. Then we'll have a little bit of dialogue. And now we'll just go through the door here. Get a scene with Kuja. tricking Sedan into thinking he's still got his friends held hostage. Okay, so we're just going to sort out our party here. We want Amaranth, Vivi and Freya in the party. And before we leave this area, it's really important that we just go over here. Oh, I've got a little bit of lag. I need to sort this out, I think. Let's see if I can get to the end without having to do so. Make sure you look at the naming way card there. And then we're going to head back to that last teleporter to take us back to the airship hangar. So ignore that teleporter there, that'll take you back into the Desert Palace. I am just going to have to sort this lag out. Right, hopefully that's better. Sometimes just restarting OBS can do the trick. And now what we're going to do is just make our way back around. This time the airship will be gone. And we can exit straight up through the top of the screen here. Okay, so use this switch. This will bring the rope ladder down. And we can use this then to go to the bottom of the screen, at which point we can exit to the world map. But we won't get control of our characters when we do, so make sure you've made the changes that I've warned you about. And we'll automatically be aboard the airship and making our way over to the Lost Continent. Let's speed things up a touch. Right, so in a moment, it's going to give us the opportunity to change our party round again, but just leave everything as is for now. And what we're going to do once we've disembarked is just make our way over to this new place, which is Gaza, and we're done. We can save our game, and that'll bring us to the end of the 4th and final session, and to the end of D3-07. So this is quite a fun episode. I like this one, not too complicated. At least in terms of RNG. I mean, the puzzles did require a little bit of thought. But let's just check out my time. So the target time for the end of this episode is 8 hours, 52 minutes and 28 seconds. And my actual time, if you're comparing to your own, is 8 hours and 34 minutes. Well, 35 minutes for all intents and purposes. So we're about 17 minutes ahead of schedule. Alright then folks, well thanks for stopping by today, and come back soon. We'll continue on with our walkthrough with D3-08 in the next episode. See you then.